If you want something done right, then you have to do it yourself. Is this just the saying of a famed pessimist, or is this just the way that life is? And what does it mean for a business? I think we've all seen those kinds of videos, especially if you were recommended this one, that is all like, "You're tired, boo-hoo, no one's coming to save you, you have to go and do the work yourself." Dramatic and over the top as they may be, are they wrong? I think one of the most sobering and kind of disappointing life experiences that I've had is that there isn't some magical set of traits or qualities that if you find in a person, then you're gonna be guaranteed that they're gonna be reliable and they won't let you down. That you can leave important matters to them and not think twice about it. They don't exist. No set of people, friends, clients, CEOs, business owners, or partners. No one is guaranteed. Everyone is eventually gonna let you down if for even once, whether it is intentionally or not, by believing that they were doing the right thing or what they thought they should be doing. Take this channel, my business, literally everything in my life that I give a singular care about, because monetization and morals. I do it all by myself, and I expect that to continue into the near future unless some freaking unicorn drops on me from the sky. Whether it's the scripting, recording, editing of these videos, the prospecting, the outreach, and the actual client work, I do it all by myself. Even the freaking group projects in my college courses. You know that one meme of one person doing all of the work? Yes, that's me! Because people are by and large unreliable. No matter where you go or what you do, even if you're going to pay money for it, you'll have to go through a dozen people of late, half-baked, unprofessional work that is not punctual. Like a dozen times before you find a half-decent person in the first place. That is how I can compete even though I'm living in a third world country. If everyone was good, I wouldn't have a chance. Okay, mini rant over. My point is the only person that you can ever really blindly trust is yourself. That's why the most important relationship and bond to protect is the one that you have with yourself. Because you can lose everyone and still have yourself, and if you lose yourself, well then you won't really care much, will you now? And that means learning to trust yourself. Ha! You didn't expect the mental health plot twist, did you now? Got you with that. It means that if you say to yourself that you're gonna do something, then you go and do it. That's the very definition of trust at its core. It's, I believe that your future actions will align with everything that you have demonstrated about yourself so far, including and expressly your words. And that begins right with the standards that you hold yourself to, no matter how initially small that they may be. Because if you fulfill them, then you start to build trust with yourself. Real, actual, substantial trust, albeit just a bit slowly depending on the strictness and the height of those standards. I've been fixing myself for the last, I don't know, since I was 13, 14, so like 10 years maybe at this point. I mean, that's when I first started working out, and I think I even still have some pictures of my bicep flexes. I'll show them if I do. Fun stuff. My point is, I didn't start where I am right now. Quite frankly, I messed around, stopped and started multiple times throughout the years. But every time that you say I'm going to finish my workout for the day, and you do. Every time that you say that I'm going to send all of my outreach messages that I had planned for the day, and you do. You start believing in your own power and ability and start to dream of more. To do more, to be better, even if you finish everything at 3 AM and you're lying half-consciously in your bed, but with a well-earned smile. Because then you dare to go bigger, to dream for more, to strive to be better than you ever thought you were capable of. Regardless of what other people say or do, because you know that you have already achieved what you thought was impossible for you before. So who cares what they think? Because if the impossible happened once, then it can happen again, and then in that way nothing becomes impossible. But now, knowing that there are a ton of ambitious people here, we have to face the most obvious truth that is staring us in the face and burning a hole in the side of it. Even though we want to ignore it, and me the most, is that to create anything of significant impact and scale, then other people are necessary. Well, until general AI agents are a thing and I can have my own army of minions. I'm waiting for you, Steve. But yeah, Elon Musk and SpaceX, Bill Gates and Microsoft, Steve Jobs and Apple's, they were leading teams of designers and engineers that without them nothing that they created could have been possible. Even if they were just figureheads and people just being the spearhead of the operation. Now this part will obviously depend on your goals. I mean, take me for example. I can stop right here and right now and just keep on doing what I've been doing for the last few months or so. I already can live off how much I make, even enough to have a bunch of disposable income to buy gadgets and investments here and there. It can just be a lifestyle business where I do whatever I want at any time, and if that's good enough for you, then great. You can live happily and satisfied with that. And I truly hope that it can satisfy you. But if it isn't, then we're gonna need others. The general saying of how you do something is how you do everything is a good barometer and all for evaluating people, but it only applies to the things that they actually care about. If someone came in and judged me just purely by how much time I've been putting towards my college this semester, they'd think of me as lazy and undisciplined, even though all of that spare time was being put into my business. Because at this point, college is just an annoying obligation for me. My college. To be very clear about that, my current college. A perhaps more useful criteria is to look for the values that you possess yourself and you value most in others. You know what attention to detail, discipline, and punctuality looks like, so you'll be able to easily identify it in other people. It also means that you have to develop them first, but that's fine. That's a great thing actually, because then you'll be able to slowly start trusting other people's with increasingly more important things, till hopefully we can trust others with what we value the most. I hope you found this helpful. It's kind of a bit more different than my usual letter by letter business tutorials, but I thought that this perspective could be helpful to a lot of people that are of kind of a similar mindset as myself. If you're looking for something a little bit more businessy though, then here's a solid outreach guide video that I've made, and I do have a business newsletter of more of business type content that is just in text form. So with that, it's in the description by the way, and bye.